What up, world? It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live. And today, we're going to do a video about anxiety, about waking up with worries, waking up with anxiety, worries, and like overcoming this in general. So, bottom line is like, I have a whole lot of experience. Well, I have a lot of experience with this within myself at this young age. So I am here to express what has been assisting me and helping me to overcome this, throughout the short period of time I've been on this planet for. So like a lot of us we can relate to having some sort of anxiety, especially first thing when we wake up, because a lot of us have been involved in some type of schooling, from childhood. So that's honestly where it emanates from is schooling. A lot of people, a lot of us throughout our life will go to different schools, elementary, middle school, high school, college, stuff like that. And, obviously things change and grow. But like the main thing is like a lot of us will wake up and it's the rush mindset, what I'm saying, especially in the school days. It's the rush mindset, rushing to go catch the bus, rushing to go drive to school, rushing to be ready for your parents or your family or whoever to drop you off at school, and what's going on through your head. You're going through all the different classes that you have are going through your head, all the different assignments, homeworks, maybe quizzes, tests you have to prepare for, just activities, all that stuff is just rushing through our heads. And first in the day, usually it can be a little bit of anxiety, depending on what the circumstance is. Of course, obviously, if it's classes that we really do enjoy and like, then, it's a relaxing, transition to go to school. But then sometimes maybe if we procrastinated on something, or maybe there's a class that we particularly don't really like and they're asking a lot out of us, for an assignment or whatever, maybe we're worrying, we're overthinking, and we just don't want to go. That's the same thing with work too. Like whenever we transition from schooling onto legally government federally able to work, like then when we're waking up, when we're graduating from high school or whatever, and we have our diploma or whatever, I'm just speaking from my own experience, okay? It's subjective to everybody else. I'm just speaking on my own experience. But like whenever we graduate from high school, then, we're a new step up in maturity. And now we're basically pretty much on our own. Of course, we're gonna have help. But bottom line is like, okay, let's say then our work schedule comes into play and we have work early in the day, first in the day or whatever, or some period throughout the day. And that brings us worry. Like I've had a lot of jobs and a lot of people have had a lot of jobs. And let's say, to be honest, sometimes, you wake up and you don't really want to go, To be honest, you really don't want to go. You know what I mean? Like, you're going for, to make the money. You're going to, be able to take care of yourself and your family, the basic things, the basic bills and whatnot. But basically, you honestly really don't want to go. You know what I mean? Because along my experience, I noticed, yeah, there's some alright people in there, this and that. But guess what? There's not much time to start talking deep about stuff. There's not much time to actually, paint a picture and visualize something and create something. Well, no, we got a job to do there. So of course that can bring some anxiety, some discomfort, some worry first thing we wake up, because we're like, oh my god, I gotta go to a place that I don't like, or I'm choosing to go to a place that I don't like. I have this lined up in my arena and I'm choosing to go there to be compensated for it. And that can bring stress and worry too, because being at that job, that place or whatever, we start jotting down, we start noticing, we start realizing certain patterns and what we don't like, and it's the same function over and over and over and over again. So of course that can get redundant and annoying. But this, the whole waking up for work, if you don't like your work or job, school, and I guess just a whole bunch of other different responsibilities. Sometimes I've noticed along my voyage, relationship stuff too. You know what I mean? Sometimes literally we can be next to our own significant other and it can be a cold night. You know what I'm saying? It can be a night, cold nights, and then proceeding on to the next day, it's unhealthy because it's like we didn't even talk about nothing, we didn't even resolve nothing. They're just turning their back on us, literally, and we're supposed to wake up the next day and just pretend like everything is good, you know what I mean, and move forward like that, and then that baggage just stays carried on to the next day, and to the next day, and to the next day, and then guess what? That's really unhealthy, and that's how fights start, that's how conflicts start, that's how problems continue to build up and never just stay down in a solution frame of mind, and that's honestly why I'm alone right now and I have space right now, because that's what I've been dealing with, to be honest, so maybe this space is a blessing in disguise. I don't know. I just pray for the day I connect really with myself so I can really just not be insane, not be crazy, and just not thinking so much. And I finally am reunited with my true life partner, woman. We can build and raise a family and do amazing things all throughout the life together. So that's what I'm working on myself, because I'm done with that player stuff. I'm done with the here today, gone tomorrow. I'm done with the hookup stuff. I'm done with that. That's probably why this channel is still in the initial phases of growing, because guess what? Everybody wants the fast stuff. Everybody wants the quick stuff. Everybody wants the easy stuff. Everybody wants the hookups. Everybody wants the porn. Everybody wants the glamour, all that stuff. But nobody wants to put in that serious, deep, real, truthful work, nerdy work. And that's cool. That's all right. This is the lane that I'm running. This is the little world niche field that I'm in and that I'm looking to continue the rest of my life in for the long run, and that's all I'm focused on, is serving humanity, literally in different ways. Besides just YouTube, I do other services that deliver, literally, from delivering food with their various services, from driving passengers from their various services, various places, from delivering packages from all around the world to different places, from animal care, from all types of different species with all different types of people. The list goes on, and I'm looking to improve it and increase it, honestly, but like, bottom line is I just laid out a bunch of different things that come into our heads, our minds when we first wake up in the day. And it's something I've been having to overcome, especially, well, just all of it I can relate to, and still I'm overcoming, to be honest, to get peace when I wake up first in the day. Because especially if you're having relationship problems or whatever, and it's unhealthy and it just ain't working, honestly. Like, it's, for whatever reason, it just kind of flattened out and both of y'all just like gave up, basically. Both of y'all have a bunch of pent up aggression, a bunch of passive aggressiveness, a bunch of just ego, just big blobs stuck all over you. And it's clogging up space. It's heavy and it's toxic, honestly, because of that. That can be a big deal, because don't let these Instagram social media sites fool you, because these people go through stuff I can only imagine. You know what I mean? Of course, I've had some messages and some, ability to be able to sense some things out, what really goes on. And I have word of mouth from other people as well. But, I can imagine we all go through stuff and whatnot. It's just, different people are actually real about it, and some people are just faking it on the gram, whatever. But bottom line is, whenever I post on the gram, it's real. You know what I mean? That's probably why it isn't all viral or whatnot, because it's just connecting with the real people. But anyways, the relationship stuff, if you're waking up and you're going through some stuff and, y'all had a great love, a great connection, and it's just going up, boop, 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 very rapidly and in an unstable way, in an insecure way, you know, that's of course going to be putting your heart all over the place. You know what I mean? But if the waves are a little bit smoother and it's more stable and you're able to just, you know, steer the boat, ride the waves, you know, without capsizing or falling off into the ocean, falling off into the stream of water or whatever, you know, then we can work with that. You know what I mean? We can ride the waves of life so long as we are equipped, prepared, and have the tools to do so. Because then it's not easy, but yet it's still attainable. It's still a grounded experience. It's still manageable and stable. You know what I mean? To be able to handle the waves of life. You know, because we're that much in tune with ourselves and passionate about life and in our purpose, we're able to smile through, you know, the rain and the hard times without feeling that pain or that woundedness inside of us. So that's what I mean about that. Same thing about school, work, you know, money problems, bills, all that stuff. How do I get through it? Don't don't ruminate on it. You know, create some sort of plan. Of course, I'm a young man. I'm just sharing what I have to share. What's been helping me because I've been overcoming it by living by myself, by living with a partner, by living with parents, by living with friends. You know, I've had a lot of different experiences and cases. You know, a lot of times we wake up with that dark cloud over our head, and usually it's about paying something or fixing some stuff, love stuff, even lack of hanging out with friends or whatever. You feel left out. Sometimes you feel alone. You feel like nobody cares about you, and you know it sucks because you don't know how to move forward with it. You know, because it seems like everybody else is just at the club, at these parties, out here, out there, and then you're just stuck, or not stuck. You're just doing your own thing or whatever. And then whenever you try to connect with these people, maybe you're not getting the response you really desire. You're not really resonating all the way. And it's like, what was the point of that? It was like a pointless interaction. Like, are there real things as friends? You know, am I the only one going through this? All these deep thoughts, wild thoughts, these rushing, racing thoughts. So, bottom line, what I do is I meditate. I meditate first thing of the day, to be honest. I love meditation, you know what I'm saying? With herbs, with just myself, with breathing, with sage, with all of these herbs from Whole Foods that we have right here from Whole Foods. All of these Whole Foods herbs, you know what I'm saying? I burn sage, I burn, you know, candles. I have just, you know, a passion for at least meditating first in the day. You know, there's trees out here, there's a park. All of that can help us just breathe and relax. You know, I love those little CBD oil pens. You know, I love all that stuff. You know what I mean? They help us chill and breathe. Some people do yoga. I've done yoga. I like working out sometimes in the morning. I like going for a walk with the dogs. You know, it's all different. But just I noticed that when I'm not just like glued to the phone, especially first in the day, then you know I'm able to breathe a lot better and just focus on what's going on in this reality right now. So like if there's clothes and just junk and trash on the floor, by the bed, on the desk or whatever, then boom. That's easy. That's how we can start off the day right there by cleaning that, you know, by walking the dogs, you know what I'm saying? By showering, by all this simple stuff. That's how you start it off. You know, and I noticed during my time, whenever I have gotten on Instagram, social media, Snapchat, Facebook, emails, like messages, all this stuff, I get caught up and we start overthinking. We start going back to the same pattern. Even on YouTube, some of us, we keep watching the same videos over and over and over and over, over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it's all right, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like we learn how to have that in a healthy way, you know, not just to wake up consuming everything or wake up, you know, just, yeah, consuming, honestly. So I just noticed whenever I got off social media, off the Instagram, Snapchat, all the social media, all the technological stuff, computers, TV, all that stuff, first in the day, it really helps to calm things down. I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm not saying it's the only way. You know, I'm not saying it's the perfect way. I'm just saying what helps myself, what helps us, to be honest, because I'm overcoming it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I know how it feels. I'm aware of it, and I'm still not perfect with it. I'm just sharing what's helping me because I don't like that feeling too. You know, where your heart is beating so fast, where you just like, what's the meaning of life? What's the point of life? Overthinking so much stuff, wondering if your life will ever improve, if you'll ever get that peace within yourself. You know, like just worries about simple things too. Like I've had worries about, you know, the car being towed, even though it hasn't been towed this whole time because I've been taking care of things, I've been handling responsibility. But you know, sometimes things come up. Sometimes maybe we're falling behind on our car payments, and we have worries that, oh, maybe they're gonna come take the car, steal the car, repossess the car, or whatever. But which never happened because we already finished that agreement. We already paid it off. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, blessings. You know, grateful for the small, simple things. You know, or maybe stuff with the rent. You know what I mean? Maybe we're a little delayed with our rent stuff. Maybe we have these fears, worries that someone's just gonna, you know, kick us out or whatever, which never happened because we have taken care of things. You know what I mean? Or we've been communicating. We're free, and we're on top of things. Same thing with maybe even relationship problems, family problems, love problems. You know, like when we're, you know, we've had times of growing, and you know, maybe there's been conflict, tension, hard times, or maybe there's been arguments, fights, heated late nights. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we have a deep fear or worry that's, you know, people are just gonna come in and separate us, or people are gonna come and snitch on us and just kick us out or whatever. Just the worst case scenario type stuff. And that doesn't happen, you know, unless we really choose to make it go past the past the notch, past the level, past the limit, past the boundary, whatever you want to call it. And of course, I know we are limitless. We don't have boundaries, all that stuff. But you know what I mean? You know, when someone goes that other level of harm, of disservice, of whatever, then there's consequences for that. And I've learned that a lot of times. A lot of us also have learned that a lot of times. So now we're walking, you know, in righteousness. No, we're not perfect, but we're at least walking in peace and picking up our own pieces, righting our wrongs, and moving forward in this peaceful, eternally free way out of love, because this is true love, you know. So I have to say about that, you know, just different worries about maybe mess ups, past experiences, current problems, all this stuff can really weigh heavy on our heart. And I've noticed, you know, just by doing the right thing, you know what I mean? Now I'm alone and I have space in my life, you know, temporarily, while the other, whatever, so called friend, so called lover is away. You know, I have time alone, you know, to work on myself. And, you know, even during that time, recently, before she left, I was becoming more peaceful, to be honest. And, you know, the arguments and stuff weren't as bad because I learned it doesn't go anywhere. You know, it just is fire with fire, and it just is destructive, you know, for anybody. That's the beautiful thing about relationships, is it's equal. It's equal. That's like the liberating factor, you know, that not everybody understands, but I am, is that it's equal. You know, nobody wins, nobody loses, nobody's always right, nobody's always wrong. Like both people are literally putting themselves together. Like both people are like a puzzle, and like they're both inserting different pieces to the puzzle to just finish the puzzle, and then start a new puzzle and start a new puzzle. You know what I mean? That's how I see it, to be honest. But that's gone. You know, I finished with these other responsibilities, bills and whatnot, my own self, you know, so I'm breathing better. And I'm just saying, those little simple things y'all may judge as ghetto or reckless or strange or hood or whatever you want to call it, unorthodox, whatever, it's real. That's all I'm saying. It's real. And y'all know it's real too. You know what I mean? It's real because it shows that at least you're healing yourself and you're improving your functioning. You know what I mean? And that's what I have to say about that. So relationships, love stuff, you know, be at peace with it. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna learn these lessons somehow, some way, in their own fashion. You know what I'm saying? But I learned, like, once all that stuff stopped and you finally learn to stop with that and just to move forward maturely, then your heart won't be racing or whatever, and you'll be cool. Sometimes it does require us to have space, or really to really work on ourselves or whatever, or just let go, of that whole pent up heavy energy, that's weighing us down with relationship love, with going to a job or work, like, to each his own, do whatever. I left a lot of those jobs because it literally was not serving me at all, and I didn't like it. It was a great experience, a lot of different ones. It was a great experience. I had some good connections. I served a lot of people, but I'm saying, we all know we're designed to grow, we're designed to progress, we're designed to elevate. So, like, therefore, it doesn't make sense to just stay in the same function every day, settling for the same thing. You know what I mean? So I'm just realizing what I'm realizing at this young age. I'm still learning and whatnot, but at least I have progressed from that, and I'm still growing and evolving and progressing higher. You know, it's just, that is a big indicator, because of course you don't want to wake up, because you don't want to go to work, you don't want to go to your job, you don't want to deal with your partner, you don't want to go to school, all these things weighing down on us because of the scenario, the situation, the environment, and within ourselves too. So it's like a seesaw, literally, that we have to get in equilibrium, you know what I'm saying, within ourselves, by that simple self love, by washing, showering, toothbrush, toothpaste, working out, supplements, meditation, healthy foods, time to just relax, time to breathe, having that in our life, then maybe we can handle this other stuff a little bit better. And also, when our health improves, then we're able to adjust and change and, improve and, create what works best for us, so that may require to leave school, or to change school, or change your area of study, or change how you approach going to school, what your plan is. Same thing with jobs, working, maybe finally you'll stop going to these jobs and you'll find some other stuff, some other independent work, entrepreneurial type of work, relationship stuff. Maybe y'all finally talk things out. Maybe y'all make things better. Maybe y'all have some space from each other. I don't know, but that's all I can say is the space is what helped me, because you still got to remember that you still have responsibilities along with that. So it's like having both, working harmoniously is what keeps the peace. Work, school, relationship, random fears and worries over simple things, such as a car worry about being towed. But guess what? You solve that by getting your visitor sticker, or your whatever community sticker is that you're supposed to put on your car to prevent it from being towed. You take care of your responsibilities with, paying off the car or whatever, taking responsibility for the car, having the title, all that stuff. Same thing with rent, same thing with phone, all this stuff. It's just basic responsibility. And I just learned that handling that, first thing of the day is the best way to do it. Cleaning, getting basic essentials that you need inside your apartment or wherever you live at, your basic essentials, taking care of that, and taking note of it in your mind. Don't gotta get so analytical about it, but just doing the simple things. If you already know that your house smells bad, and get some cleaner, get some candles, open up the windows, get some odor stuff. That's simple. You already know there's dirty laundry, this and that. Pack them up and get ready to wash your clothes. It's common sense stuff, and I'm speaking to myself as well, obviously, reminding myself, but I'm noticing that's what helps with that. But especially starting off the day with meditation, with gratitude, and just having just a clear mind, not just staying down there, what I'm saying? Staying down there in that place, what I'm saying? It's not healthy at all. And I noticed that within myself, and it's not healthy, it's not good. Just to be as present as possible, you know, having uplifting, positive, good vibes, and it's easier said than done. It's a process to build it, but you notice it the more and more you go because it's getting you stronger, and you notice certain patterns that don't serve us. So that's why you prevent it from happening over and over again. And honestly, it will serve us in the long run because at least we learn these hard, painful experiences. Oh, look at your boy. These hard, painful experiences at such a young age so that down the line, down the road, we're not, holding on to a truck while it's going 60 miles an hour and we're on the back of it and our legs and body are just scraping. That's the way I like to paint a picture for y'all. You know what I mean? Because there's some people that do that all throughout their life. And for those of us that actually care about our health and evolution, we know that's not healthy. So bottom line is we learn to correct those things now so that we can learn in a healthy way, at a mature way, at a graceful way, pace throughout life so we can last throughout life and we can have that peace of mind, our health and whatnot so that we can continue growing, and grow in longevity, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm learning really for real because it's not cool to wake up like that at all or go to sleep like that at all. And part of that also is just, the setup, you know what I'm saying? Like tidying up things, your bed, your room. Of course, we're not perfect, but just doing the simple things like the simple self-care, your meditation, your showering, your bathing, your hygiene, your cleaning up around the house, and just what you're feeding yourself, I like listen to that 432 528 hertz music. Shout out to Infinite Waters, y'all smart. I like listen to jazz and classical, some hip hop, a lot of R&B, some soul, a lot of different music, all of the music to be honest, just in different formats, but a lot of just tranquil music, especially before I'm going to sleep, and letting go of that fearful stuff. A lot of us are overcoming a lot of, lustful desires, and just that dark, lower nature type of place that doesn't serve us. At least it doesn't serve me, and it doesn't serve it doesn't serve humanity, to be real, but there's, a portion of humanity that is involved in that, but I learned on my voyage that it doesn't serve me because, deep down we just desire to be in love, with ourselves and with our significant other. And porn, masturbation, pretending to text and message these people on social media and through our phone that we know we really don't got that deep connection with, that it's just attention feeling, it's just ego flattering, ego fluffing, whatever you want to call it, but we really just want that solid bond with that one. So, just cutting out the distractions, all that stuff, watching the news, porn, watching politics stuff, watching world star fights and drama, watching just even social media influencers that pull out a lot of negative stuff or, dramatic stuff or whatever, even if their intention is not to be like that, but if it still pulls at your heart or whatever like that, then stop it. You know what I mean? Just focus on what's in front of us, and that's what I like to do. Creating that meditative mind state, and I'm still improving it, but it's just, I'm sharing what's helping me along my voyage, to really keep my peace of mind, to enjoy, this free life that I have of living free forever, eternally, and this peace, what I'm saying? Just seeing things connect, seeing things come together, and moving forward with that. So, anyways, thank you for watching. It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live. Have an amazing day and night. Let me know how this works for you. Let me know what's working for you. And let's collaborate.